I've been thinking a little bit about how synthesizers are really good at creating sounds, tones, and noise. They're really good at it, and it's pretty easy to patch them up so they're doing it all the time. This is a big difference between a synthesizer and most acoustic instruments. In many cases, if you're playing a non-stop flurry of uniform notes on an acoustic instrument, it's a signifier of a musical climax of some sort. Otherwise, your hands or lungs are going to need some breaks every once in a while. And so we have things like rests, phrases, call and response patterns, which not only keep instrumentalists' bodies from fatiguing, but also function as musical signposts. The synthesizer doesn't need rest, it just keeps going. It has no problem filling all the space all the time. But it might be worth considering how to use it to fill differing amounts of space at different times for musical purposes. We'll start with this simple sequence. It plays and plays, and then plays again. And after that, it plays some more. Now, I have a slow clock on tempi channel 1 that I'm going to patch to X mod and turn on reset and run stop. This will take it back to the top each time this clock goes high. And keep it from going out of phase if we have an occasional clock error. Now, there is space in between each instance of this sequence. We can almost hear the beats in between, easily anticipating its return. Let's modulate the reverb. We'll use this function, timed to the same start-stop pulse, to bring it up in intensity between sequence instances. Let's also add a faster sequence to play when the first sequence is stopped. Here I have tempi channel 4 set to the same clock rate as channel 1, but out of phase with it so that it is high exactly during the times that channel 1 is low. We'll send this output to the Y mod input, also set up for run stop. Let's go ahead and patch this up with VCO-B and the second channel of Optimix. Now we have a sort of call and response pattern. Here's the first sequence. Here's the second sequence by itself. And here they are together. By alternating like this, the two sequences step out of each other's way, each letting the other be heard more clearly. and hopefully also feeling like they're in conversation in some way. Let's add some more modulation to the reverb to vary those between sequence swells. As we discussed earlier, the synthesizer is obviously great at making sounds, and one of its big strengths can be that it never needs to stop and take a rest. But it can be useful to explore ways to kind of make it take breaths for musical purpose. Letting different voices come in at different times can sometimes strengthen them both individually and collectively. Happy patching.